we hope that you're well. Welcome to Miss R Reads. Now, for this evening's story has been chosen by Florence, but also requested by Bean and Arthur. I wonder if you can guess what the story is. Yesterday, we had the story of the Gruffalo, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Little you may remember the Gruffalo is Florence's favourite story, isn't that right, Florence? Okay. But she was a little bit overexcited yesterday, so when we were reading the story, she had to go inside. Do you remember? Well, let me tell you, she was in a state last night. She was so upset that she hadn't got to participate, to join in and listen to the story, that she's promised to be on her best behaviour this evening. If I read the Gruffalo's Child. Okay, so the author is Julia Donaldson. Any of you clever clogs remember what the author does to the story? Florence, do you remember? Well done, good girl, Florence. Yes, the author writes the story. And what about the illustrator? Give the children a chance, Florence. Florence, be a good girl. Well done. Do you want to share, Florence? Well done. The illustrator draws the pictures. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you sitting comfortably? Let's begin, Florence. The Gruffalo's Child. The Gruffalo said that no Gruffalo should ever set foot in the deep, dark wood. Why not? Why not? Because if you do, the big bad mouse will be after you. I met him once, said the Gruffalo. I met him a long, long time ago. What does he look like? Tell us, Dad. Is he terribly big and terribly bad? I can't quite remember, the Gruffalo said. Then he thought for a minute and he scratched his head. The big bad mouse is terribly strong, and his scaly tail is terribly long. His eyes are like pools of terrible fire, and his terrible whiskers are tougher than wire. One snowy night, when the Gruffalo snored, the Gruffalo's child was feeling bored. The Gruffalo's child was feeling brave, so she tiptoed out of the Gruffalo cave. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. Into the wood went the Gruffalo's child. Aha! Oh-ho! A trail in the snow. Whose is this trail and where does it go? A tail poked out of a log pile house. Could this be the tail of the big bad mouse? Out slid the creature. His eyes were small and he didn't have whiskers. No, none at all. You're not the mouse. Not I, said the snake. He's down by the lake, eating Gruffalo cake. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said the Gruffalo's child. Aha, oh-ho, marks in the snow. Whose are these claw marks? Where do they go? Two eyes gleamed out of a treetop house. Could these be the eyes of the big bad mouse? Do you think so? Let's see. Down flew the creature. His tail was short, and he didn't have whiskers of any sort. You're not the mouse. To-hoo, not I, but he's somewhere nearby, eating Gruffalo pie. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said the Gruffalo's child. Aha! Oh, a track in the snow. Whose is this track and where does it go? Whiskers at last! And an underground house. Could this be the home of the big bad mouse? Do you think? Not sure, Florence. Let's see. Out slunk the creature. His eyes weren't fiery. His tail wasn't scaly. His whiskers weren't wiry. You're not the mouse. Oh, no, not me. He's under a tree drinking Gruffalo tea. It's all a trick, said the Gruffalo's child, as she sat on a stump where the snow lay piled. I don't believe in the big bad mouse. But here comes a little one out of his house. Not big, not bad, but a mouse at least. You'll do as good as a midnight feast. Wait, said the mouse. Before you eat, there's a friend of mine that you ought to meet. If you'll let me hop onto a hazel twig, I'll beckon my friend so bad and big. The Gruffalo's child unclenched her fist. The big bad mouse. So he does exist. The mouse hopped into the hazel tree. He beckoned, then said, just wait and see. My goodness, Florence. Out came the moon. It was bright and round. A terrible shadow fell onto the ground. Who is this creature so big, bad and strong? His tail and his whiskers are terribly long. His ears are enormous. And over his shoulder he carries a nut as big as a boulder. The big bad mouse! Yelled the Gruffalo's child. The mouse jumped down from the twig and smiled. Aha! Oh-ho! Prints in the snow. Whose are these footprints and where do they go? The footprints led to the Gruffalo cave, where the Gruffalo's child was a bit less brave. The Gruffalo's child was a bit less bored. And the Gruffalo snored and snored and snored. The end. Thank you, Florence. Did you enjoy that, Florence? Yes, you were a very good girl. Don't you agree, everybody? Wasn't she a good girl? Yes. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for listening to the story of the Gruffalo's child, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Thank you for joining us on Miss R Reads. Keep sending in those requests and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.